Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things here with an exciting unboxing. This package is from Journal Station and we'll talk about it as I open it. Here's a quick little glance at some of the nice packaging that they do. I just ordered one item. I had never heard of this company before now. And somebody was talking about the item, which I will show you, and they made a reference to Journal Station, so I decided to check them out. I got free shipping with them on this item. It's kind of fun to try a new company here and there. So I like to stick to the ones that I know, the service and the product and so forth, but this seems to be worth it. An envelope. Well, this is nice, a little handwritten note. Cute little bag. I love all the fun little extras that are enclosed sometimes with these orders. Little washi tape. And very fun that they include a few extra items. Very, very fun that they enclose this. I really do appreciate the little add-ons, and I always feel like, what's the expression, presentation is everything or something like that. So drum roll please. Wait, that's a trumpet, can't do a drum roll. So this is the Urulu pen case. There's a couple models I discovered along the way of deciding to use this. This is the narrower one. It's the 3-pen case. It's also called at some places 3-pen tool case. So I was really confused about the differences in what I was seeing on various websites. And then I finally realized there's two different models. So a lot of people, it seems, are showing on their channels or Instagram or whatever the wider model. It's a little bit like out to here, and it's a little bit different design. I debated on this overall because I was afraid it was going to feel too tall. I ended up comparing it with my Fjallraven pencil case, and this to me feels fine. It doesn't seem too tall. It was only when I was comparing measurements of this to these measurements written down that I thought, man, that's just going to be too big. I wanted something low profile. So this seemed good, and then when I realized that they were about the same, I felt okay about ordering this, even though this is not as small as this. This is my Galen leather 3-pen case. If you're not familiar with it, this is what it looks like on the inside. It's got a little pocket. It's got a place for cards. It's nice and compact. I really enjoy this size, and that's why I was wanting something closer to this, but decided this would work okay. Now you might say, why are you doing that when you already have this? And it's because, to be quite honest, this mauvey pink doesn't seem to be the right inside for this. I wish that were different, but that led me on the search for this, and finally decided to try it. Notice those 2 zippers were here. I thought, I'm not going to want to undo 2 zippers every time I open a case. But somebody also showed, just keep them both at one end or the other. You don't have to unzip them or zip them from the middle. This is the YKK zipper, so that's a good thing. That's the same thing that Galen Leather uses, the same company. Very reliable zipper company. Don't know how long they've been around, but they are known for their quality. There's a dark brown version and a black and this beige color. I chose the beige. I really liked this earthy look. I do like the feel of canvas. I somewhat shied away from this pen case as well, just because of the height. I didn't like so much how the pens were so low in the case, and there was all this extra space going on, at least in the broader model of this. The other one has like a band here, and you slide your pens into something like this, and there's a band. And it's really neat looking. I really like it, but I just felt like it really wasn't what I was looking for, that this smaller model was what I needed to start with. So let's just switch the pens over. This is an Esterbrook SD, and that's pretty much to the bottom. So with this little flap being movable and being up from the bottom edge, it does bring this whole section more centered. So instead of the pens going into a pocket that's way down here, and then you have all this extra headspace, I like that this is up a bit. I also appreciate the fact that these seams are hidden. Product that isn't dirt cheap. It seems reasonable to expect good craftsmanship. And it seems like that this case has that. So Esterbrook SD, this is a tailored pen company pen in the Churchill model, and this color combination is Havasupai Falls. And I'm really enjoying this pen. And so here it's kind of nice that there is a little more extra space up there. It doesn't go all the way to the top, but that's good too, because sometimes this is just almost too snug for the taller pens, and they kind of push up on the zipper. Not a big problem, but this won't have that same strain. I wasn't positive I was going to like this. I think I have found I like things to feel solid, more secure, but being canvas, it feels very sturdy, and I also thought I don't have to be doing that. It can just rest like that, and I don't even really need to think about the fact that it can like turn like a page. Others have pointed out how you could keep something there, so I think if I were kind of setting this up, I might put something like my little blotting piece back there so it could be grabbed easily. A little bit of paper maybe. I've also thought about putting the currently inked pens and their ink and say what's what, so if I forget, if I'm using one of those wheat kind of browns and I can't remember if it's cappuccino or if it's honey or if it's Tasha's golden wheat or if it's Burleywood, I would have a handy card and just say, oh yeah, because I like to record that in my journaling. But basically, we'll see how, so that's quite deep. So you could put other pens there. However, I'm not sure that I would want to have those pens hitting these pens, since these are my nicest pens. So among my nicest ones, I don't care that they get scratched, but I would like to prevent it when I can. So something like this, a stencil, I often use those date stencils, like number stencils for my dates, but this kind of shows that. Perhaps a little washi card. I don't like to have a ton of stuff. I have some of this mesh here for smoothing a nib, just to have handy, because I kind of lost it in my little cabinet and found it, and so I have a piece handy. And then this little thing, since I use that just about every day, could probably just kind of tuck in there with no problem. And there we go. It's still very compact. You get a little bit of the feel of the pens there. They're protected here. They're held secure. They won't be bumping up against each other. But of course, the canvas is not nearly the same experience as the other pen case. But for my needs, and I don't really go a whole lot of places, this seems quite adequate. And it's just another form of carrying a smaller amount of pens with me to limit what I ink up in any given time. If one of these run out, I might ink up another, or I might re-ink it. This removes the temptation to keep adding another. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm trying to keep my focus smaller. Another thought was when I go to church, which is the other place where I take a lot of notes, I can just grab this, and whatever pens are currently in use, I'll just bring them with me versus taking them out of my 10-pen case and putting them into something smaller. So this way, it's more contained. I need to go, I want to grab my pens, I just grab my pens and not have to think about which pens to take. I think this would be great. I'm really happy with the looks of this case in person. You can see there's a natural leather pull. I've been super curious about trying the natural leather that some of the companies offer. Specifically, I've noticed that Galen Leather offers one, so this might satisfy that urge for now to see how that might patina with use. I like this lighter color. Seems kind of fun for any time of year, but somehow the lighter seems a little more springy and summery to me. Take care. Have a great Easter weekend. We'll see you soon.